Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose Fres Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fausto, the son. So, want to greet everybody another happy Tuesday.
Yep.
We are already in a new, ano ba to? Anong
It's
queue?
called MYX. It's called modified. Weird, no? It's modified. It's still enhanced.
Okay, natatawa ako sa jokes na parang modified and the stages of the quarantine, diba? There's the normal quarantine, and then community quarantine, enhanced community quarantine, tas may mga fortified quarantine with L-carnitine and zinc, yung mga ganun. But it just keeps morphing it. But I actually like it because the change of the title or the what they call the whatever Q is happening. At least it gives us that illusion of progress. Na parang, oh, it's different naman. Kasi, well, we haven't been out, and I haven't been out in months. We haven't been out in months, so I really don't know what the situation is outside. Like, all I can tell is based on social media, what people say on the news. But then it's nice. I would imagine at least may parang some sort of
illusion of progress.
Yeah.
And I like that you bring that up because turning 1 year, or 1 year old, or being 1 year in something that you do is also some sort of a milestone, no? And we, because we are so used to using this time frame as a milestone, we would also like to see some progress from the very start. And that this is our topic of conversation for today's podcast. We will discuss your 1 year of being a
MYX VJ. That's right. So today is May 19, right? Today's May 19.
Yeah.
And that means it has already been 1 year. Okay, exacto. 1 year to this date, yung MYX VJ Search 2019 finals. So it's already been a year. And you touched on milestones a while ago. We also had a podcast like last year, a podcast episode on the importance of milestones. And this is something that I didn't really wasn't really in my head naman na, oh, I'm gonna be 1 year na. Parang, noon na nakikita ko lang yung mga, you know, those memories you see on Instagram, on Facebook, na 1 year ago, 1 year ago, this was happening, 1 year ago, parang gano'n. And, medyo nagulat na ako na, wow, 1 year na pala. Like, first of all, wow, ang bilis ng panahon, 1 year na. And second, wow, I've survived. na 1 year. So today, we're gonna just be kind of going back to it. Recalling the journey that was getting there and how it's been so far.
Yeah, sige. So maybe you can bring us back to May 19, 2019. And this was the finals of the MYX VJ Search for 2019. And I missed that. Oh my gosh, you know, I had been looking forward to attending this, but I had that dizzy spell, so I missed one of the most important events in your life. But your brothers, Martin and Enrique, were able to join.
And a couple of friends also got to.
Yes.
Yeah, got to go.
Tell us about this. It was held where?
It was held in this 12 Monkeys or something like that. I never really go there. That's probably one of the first times I was there. But I would see it a lot in that Ortigas area. And I remember I was really nervous. As in, well, magamang, it's such a big deal. I was really nervous. From my outfit pa lang, I remember asking EJ na Sean, one of the finalists. Still my good friend now.
Who's a fashion?
He's a fashion guy.
I
was asking him, like, okay ba to? Kasi I was thinking of like wearing I wanted to wear a polo. Kasi para may konting pagka-formal naman. Hindi mo, I look kind of neat. But at the same time, like, I wanted it to look kind of...
Not too stiff.
Yeah, I wanted to look kind of fashion. Then, so I had these pants from Uniqlo na...
commercial.
Na may parang may checkered siya. But the thing was, the small size of those pants fit me perfectly except sa waist. And then but not just it doesn't fit. As in yung parang, it would only fit me if I had these legs, but I was like first year high school.
Okay.
So parang I don't know what their sizing is. And then yung medium naman nila, it fits me sa waist perfectly, but everything else is still going.
Loose.
So I had to have it altered. Like, I don't know if it was once or twice. Basta, I know it's such a long process just to, get there and just to have that outfit. And then when I was there, I was so nervous. As in, napa-CR, napa number 2 pa ako before. I remember na, are we gonna start na ba? Sige. Parang, I just get it out na. Like, alam naman that's gonna be while we're on stage or while we're being asked questions. So,
oh my God.
I just had to get it out na. And all those little things, I just realized it now na it's such a big deal to us. Like, we have all these little things and little tiny, little tiny things that worry us and parang seem like the world to us. But then, at the end of the day, I mean, not at the end of the year, I could care less naman what I was wearing, how fit my pants were, ganun. Parang, that this 1 year has helped me realize na, I do value the things that pressure me, that make me nervous. But at the same time, I should also learn to sort of relax a little more na kasi I had that mentality na na you have to be all in, like 24/7, 100%, that's all you think about, that's all you worry about. But then, it's not your entire life naman. It's a big part of my life. But then I was also getting very stressed about it. Yep. I was also like it wasn't something that preoccupied me.
Yep.
As a whole. Was it hagataba? I mean,
yeah,
in those days coming there.
But you didn't look like you were shaky or anything, But I know you to be a passionate person, and yun nga, you were saying na all out 24/7, and sometimes it's really a difficult balance because would you say na dapat huwag masyado, or maybe you just remind yourself that I'm like this right now because this is what I'm into. Yeah. But there is an end to this kind of high, diba? Adrenaline, kasi you cannot sustain that. Anyway, so gusto ko malaman how you really felt when it was finally announced. You were the first to be announced. It was like a dramatic moment na parang
it was
you kept on saying, oh my God. Parang you could not react.
Yeah, that was the closest I would have because I'm a big basketball fan. And every basketball fan kind of has a dream of making to the NBA, and we all kind of want to make that buzzer beating shot to win the game. And then I always think like, what dance am I gonna do, diba? Kasi we see all these NBA players na after they shoot a game-winning shot, they have this signature like go-to movement or nila. Dance. Parang when LeBron wins, he does the pumps. Parang you have those signature things. And I was thinking, this is probably the closest I'm gonna have because I don't think. I mean, as a host also, and being in my experience with competing, hosts don't really compete. Dancers, it's a team thing. So parang you just go with the team. Yeah. But then there's none really na it's just
solo triumph.
Yeah, na it's all about you. But when it happened, when my name was called, like I don't really, I can't put it to one word. Like most of it was like, oh my gosh, it's really happening. Because syempre, I really, visualize that a lot of times, and you can just imagine what it would be like if they finally call my name.
Yeah.
And when they did, parang
surreal.
Talaga. But at the same time, like it didn't sink in yet. But at the same time, like it was my head telling me, you're gonna be happy. Parang guess what? It was like it's like when you imagine you're at the beach and you're in the shallow part, and then you see a really huge wave about to hit you. Like you know it's coming, but you don't feel it yet. And that's what happened to me.
Oh, para siguro something was suspended there. Ganon ba yun? Naramdaman mo? Parang
and so many things came to my mind. It wasn't just the I want this. It was like I'm finally gonna have a quote unquote real job. Like the ones watching me. It was, I remember Digong and Marty were there, and then Shane, Gian, Lance, and Isabel were there. Parang, they're gonna be so happy for me. They're gonna be so proud. Like there's so many things that I'm gonna get to do this. I'm gonna get to do that. As in, there's so many. Finally became to like, how do you say it? It comes to fruition. Kasi the whole VJ search, the whole like month and a half.
Baka more, a little bit
2 months since I remember March 16, Digong's birthday was when basta that weekend. That was the audition day mismo. But we didn't start like doing challenges yet. But my mind's been there for 2 months. Wow, it's kind of like the lockdown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
so
started,
March 15, diba?
Yeah, the lockdown started when? March
15.
Basta, near Digong's birthday.
Oh my God. So gosh. Exactly,
and now,
so it's really...
We're still in lockdown-ish, but it's another kind of, I never know. Wow, it's like from a lockdown in my head. Now it's a lockdown in the world.
Yep.
So yun,
Okay, so now it's been a year. It's been 12 months of being a VJ.
well,
Even if you say that you didn't really start
yeah,
working
yeah,
soon
just to
after,
like,
but you
just
already
for,
held the
yeah,
title,
for
no?
the, on the, let the record show na, we started, ano talaga,
July.
July, we officially started July.
But you were announced in
Yeah, we
May.
announced May
Okay.
19.
So how has it been? How has this month, this year?
I think that whenever you expect, or whenever you're kind of looking forward to this whole new journey you're about to begin, it never turns out the way you expected it or assumed it was gonna be. I felt the same way with entering high school, entering college. Like when you're about to enter, like, oh, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like that. People tell me it's like this. Then when you experience it, like, yes, those things are true. You're experiencing what you envisioned and sort of foretold or imagine you would be experiencing, but it feels so different. Like it's a new, like there's nothing kasi to compare it to yung if you have a brand new experience. Like example, you're tasting chocolate for the first time
Yeah.
and you've never tasted anything in your life that's near chocolate.
Yes.
You don't really know how to, you're just processing that information for the first time. That's kind of how I feel. That's how I feel.
About
that's how I
the-
felt about the past
journey, ano?
year na parang, oh, ganito pala siya.
Oo.
And then parang, isn't it supposed to have like this? Shouldn't, like, I'm trying to look for ways to like compare it to tell me na, oh, tama naman tong ginagawa ko. Oh, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right path. Like, if I look at the jobs of Q Marty and Dicong, syempre, totally different industry, totally different structure, schedule. It's really, you really have to learn it on your own. And now is when I really realized how hard the journey is gonna be. Kasi how hard the journey has been, because I would always hear, and I'd also tell myself that, oh yeah, this is the road less taken. But I felt kind of proud about it pa nga, na parang, oh, I'm forging a new path, ganon.
You're
And
brave.
yeah, and my head knew that it's gonna be harder. I couldn't say harder because I don't know what it's like to do the road that is traveled a lot. But I knew it was gonna be very different, and I would have to learn things on my own. I thought I kind of did it now, but then parang as time went by, I really, like, I was kind of forced into it now. Oh, I really do have to learn these little things, and I have no standard of like, or criteria. Na if you do this, then okay, you go on to the next level. It's not like a video game. It's not like school. Na okay, you do these tasks, you're gonna move on to the next level. No questions to ask. Like it's that concrete and simple.
No?
Wala, kasi one, there are no rules naman talaga on how to quote-unquote improve. Next, what does it mean to improve ba? Because it's so, especially as a host, like, it's so subjective that you don't know what is good. And kasi what is good to one person won't be good to the other person. What is, funny, entertaining, relevant to one person isn't the same to the other. So it was a mix of like, it was a mix of knowing what are my priorities are. What kind of host do I want to be? Where do I see myself? What am I doing now? But there's so many things na you have to just kind of figure out. This is probably, this is the most intense and most hands-on and very serious experience I've had with trying to figure something out. Kasi like we have video games, and then I'm the type of person who not read I don't read the instructions,
The manual.
or how to. You just play and you get a go, and then you just.
That's your generation. No?
Yeah,
No
but then
need
you
for
kind of you kind of get a sense naman, no matter what video game that is. You know naman when you're winning, and like you know the goal. Like, okay, you're supposed to defeat this character, or you're supposed to finish first, and you just figure out how to get there. Now, I don't know what finishing first is.
Yeah.
And I don't know like what type of game it is.
So let's try to unpack that. What do you
Yeah.
think have been your wins, your losses all throughout this year? So what do you want to start with? The wins or the losses?
Maybe the losses.
Okay, let's go to the
Just
losses.
so that the last thing in my head are the wins.
Yep, the losses.
Okay, the losses.
So
well,
these are the things that parang
Well,
you felt that, oh my god,
I
that's
wouldn't
a boo-boo,
wanna-
or oh my god, mali, or
Yeah.
you're frustrated. Okay, just
I
tell
probably
us.
want to change the term. Maybe
Not
not,
losses.
losses. Probably
Okay.
like
Challenges.
insights, or because it's not a loss. If you make a mistake, it's not a loss. Like you
Okay,
gain,
so let's
you gain
reframe
something
that.
from it.
It's the failure of, according to Papa,
What's his term?
Oh, di ba? If you learn how to, losing pala. If you learn how to lose,
You'll
you will
never
never
lose.
lose.
Probably
So these are the unexpected things that
Uh-huh.
you didn't intend to happen, but then they brought you good lessons. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay ba yun?
okay.
Sige. So what are those
Well, the
quote-unquote
first one I
losses?
can really think of, and I've said the story a lot, is my interview with Hailee Steinfeld.
Okay, tell us about that.
So, to paint the picture, this was my first big interview. It's the first time na
International
I was gonna
caliber.
interview an international artist,
Can you
someone
tell
I already
them?
knew.
Kung sino
Yeah,
siya.
Hailee Steinfeld was in the Pitch Perfect movie.
Pitch
Okay, so you know na
Perfect.
Hollywood na.
Yeah.
She is in Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. She was the lead.
She was the lead in
actor.
Bumblebee. She was in a bunch of other movies, but I would say those are the two most known.
Yeah,
and she's a singer also. She has a lot of
yes.
songs and hits.
And Filipinas love her because
Yeah.
she's what, like 1/4 Filipina?
Yeah, you know
the blood.
the usual
You like to
part
always-
part Pinoy. I mean, she doesn't speak Filipino, but then
But she knows lumpia and everything.
Yeah.
Because what's this again? The mamba?
I
The
think I forgot.
the maternal grandfather.
I
yata
just
is Pinoy.
remember na lang her pronunciation. So what happened was the interview was in Marco Polo. So it's the first time that I had to go outside of the mix studio to interview someone, and it is that big. And who was gonna join me was, syempre, it was me, cameraman, writer, and our boss, as in the channel head at the time, Sir
Yeah.
Andy. He was there, and
But you were the lead interviewer. You were the
I was the only
interviewer from
yeah,
Mix.
it wasn't like I had someone else to
Yep.
get to. And then, so we got there, medyo maaga. And syempre I was nervous, but I was confident. I was like, I had the same mindset I had going into a dance competition. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Let's do this.
Yeah, like, just do your best. Ganun talaga yung, just do your best. And then, before we started, syempre, Sir Andy was giving me tips. I was like, oh, I'm nervous. I was being honest, like, oh, I'm nervous, but then excited. And he was telling me a lot of things like, do this, but don't do that. I forgot na exactly what na. It was sort of like a mix of be yourself, be comfortable, ask relevant questions.
Oh,
And when
yeah.
there's so many things na, they make sense naman. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to do all of those. But then, like, I feel like that kind of added to, ang sikip na ng brain ko by
Yeah,
that time.
actually,
And then when I
that
started it,
happens.
I was the first. Okay, Mix was the first. And then if you look around, it was a restaurant. It was like in those rooftop restaurants na bar. So the malamig yung aircon, and there were so many other media teams there. I remember radio stations. I forgot her name. She's a really good
Christine
host.
Jacob.
Was she the host in the Sheroes?
Yes,
Yeah,
Christine
she was
Jacob.
there. I was thinking, like, what if I introduce myself and said I met her again? But then I'm like, nah, just focus on, I just focus on Hailee. I mean, that's another conversation I'll have to, like, mentally prepare for, diba? Kasi idol, ganun. And then I was the first one. And then, when it started pa lang, narattle na kaagad ako before I even started talking because it was like 3 takes, The first one is, okay, VJ Anton, look here. And then, na-off yung camera. And then, look here to another camera. And then, alam mo, it was 3 times before we finally got to go, okay, welcome everyone, I'm VJ Anton. Parang there were so many,
Okay.
And sobrang na ako. Pero syempre, confident. I'm like, oh, sige, parang, okay lang, rocky start. Akala ko, yun yung rocky start ko. And I said, blah, 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 she needs no further introduction. Hailee Steinfeld.
Oh, you
And
said
then,
field instead of
I said
feld.
field. And then, mabait naman si Luigi from MCA. He comes and goes, oh, Anton, it's Steinfeld. I'm like, oh. And then that happened. I mean, it just, parang,
So wait, how did he say it?
He stepped and he goes, sorry, Anton.
So did you have to re-say it?
Yeah, I redid it. I redid it. You wouldn't see the. I hope they never show that footage. But it exists of me saying Steinfeld. So yun, and basta that thing rattled me, and the whole time I was really just thinking like,
Because
okay,
you
don't
are
let it rattle me.
conscious also
I
of
was so
always,
conscious.
of always wanting to pronounce the name
Yeah.
of the person
And
correctly.
it's not like a dance, like the dance competitions I've experienced where you just go under the choreo that you practiced. Because this one, it's not choreographed. Like you have your questions, but you really need to be fluid and
Yep.
have to get to ask your questions, but at the same time, let it flow naturally. So you can't really just force your talking points. Like you have to converse.
You have to be in the
you have to
conversation.
look in the eyes and look
Yep.
very interested. At the same time, you have to think of what am I gonna say next and next. I have to make sure I ask these questions because that's what Mix is telling me to. And at the same time, all the media people were watching, and then our boss was watching. But she was so nice. As in, if anything, thank God she's so nice. Na I really, as in, yes, she's a professional, and of course, it's it's courtesy. You don't get mad at someone who pronounce. I mean, you don't show naman na parang ang bastos naman nun.
She
Ganun.
didn't react at all.
She didn't react. Like, she was just smiling. Oh, that's okay. Parang ganon.
Ah.
I would say na, I felt like she's really, like, I think it's genuine niceness na it doesn't matter. Like, oh, it's okay. You made a mistake, ganon. But, which is what I should have done. I should have just gone, oh, sorry. Let's start again.
Yeah.
Like, I had that, alam mo yung you were on the track na eh, and you couldn't parang, like, I was too in it. I didn't get to zoom out and go like, oh, that's a mistake. Just
restart button.
Just let it go and move on. Like, I couldn't let it go. Like, I was still trying to go. Let's say you take path A. This is the only way to do a great interview. So I was going. I made a mistake. No, this is the way. Instead of up, I hit a dead end. Up, let me
Restart.
Let's go to path B na lang.
Okay. Sige, so what is your main lesson? And I remember you really agonizing about that even after. And it seems like it was no big deal because you were able to talk to her again. You were able to
thank
redeem
God.
yourself, interview her once
There was
again.
an interview, I think like a few weeks ago or last month or something. She released a new single again, and there was like a virtual press conference, and then MYX had another exclusive interview with her. So it was VJ, I, and I. Then we talked to her again. Then I told her that story na I actually mispronounced your name, ganon. And you know what? Funny thing, even after, like, apparently that was like not really a mistake eh. Basta I was told then after na medyo tumagal yung sa pagkwentuhan of that. Of that part. So we only had a few minutes because she's an international artist. But then now that I'm looking at it and also just recalling the whole Steinfeld experience, it's okay. I mean, okay. Now I don't feel as in I'm not as like I didn't carry that mistake for too long. Kasi mistakes naman are just like I really wish I could have a less personal attachment to my mistakes because the mistakes really reflect me eh. Parang
but in this age kasi, this is what I've learned already. Yes, we make mistakes, and yes, we should allow ourselves to agonize over those mistakes. But just having at the back of your mind that this is not really a big deal in the bigger scheme of things, especially as time passes.
Yeah, and I want to be the best host I can be, the best VJ I can be. And that's impossible if you're not going to make mistakes. Parang, if you're always the one that just plays it safe, and you just...
corny ka lang.
You know, like, you just say the right things. Like, you just say what's expected. Like, you don't shock anyone, whatever. But you're not really gonna move up. You're not really gonna, like, evolve as a host in whatever you're doing.
And, I don't know if this is a biased opinion. Kasi, like, for instance, your next interview with her was spiced up by that.
Yeah.
It was, because it
in our opinion also, of course.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to imagine me watching others do that. Kasi syempre, magiging pare-pareho naman na lahat yan eh, di ba? If she would be interviewed by others, they would talk about the work that she's doing, how she's during the pandemic.
Which is what we're supposed to do then naman.
Yeah, but then, so now there is a different ingredient in this. So if you're going to put them side by side, yun. So ano naman yung mga super wins?
Super wins, I would say meeting people. That would have to be one of the most the biggest gifts that being a VJ has given me, because one, I get to work with the other VJs, and I've really been I would see Robbie, I would see Ai, and then to get first-hand experience with them, and not just them telling us tips eh. Kasi I would imagine before na if you work with your idols, like, they'll give you tips, parang. But then now, also, I want to go back to, like, my episode last week, The Last Dance, the documentary of Michael Jordan.
Yes.
His teammates learned from him, not from him, like, telling him, you should do this, you should
not
do that.
Not through lecture.
Yeah, but
through...
What's the very nicer way to say it? Like, seeing them actually do it.
Diba? It's like parenting eh, diba?
Yeah, you lead by
Kids
example.
Kids don't do what you say, they do what you do.
Do what you do. Yeah, that's probably one of it. And I really kind of craved for it because it was almost a year after graduation, and then I have all my good friends. They're entering these companies. They're part of teams.
Because what you were doing is puro solo jobs.
Freelance. No? And I get to work with people once, and then goodbye. Like,
project-based.
See you na lang if ever you get me to host again, or gets mo if you get me to choreograph for you again. But then I choreograph first dances of weddings, there's no second dance. There's no.
Oh, wait for it. 10th anniversary.
Yeah,
You got to revisit
10
them.
years until you see your office mate. There's
Yeah.
you don't see, I see my teammates every 5 years. Wala namang ganun eh. So that was it. Also getting to work with yung mga ka-age ko na, and the thing is, yung medyo kaugali ko. Kasi we're in that because we like to talk. We like to deal with people. We want to be on stage. Like, hindi ko na, if we have to speak in public, it's not the same experience I have with other people na I know na I have to be the one to really, like, I have to hold the mic, I have to carry the conversation. For this, parang, okay, like, you can do it, this person can do it. Like, it's I'm in the planet. I found a planet that with creatures like me.
Co-creatures.
Parang ganun.
So, shout out to VJs Robbie, Ai, Sam, Danny, Edward, and of course, also previously, Aya and Ilona. Oh, memorized ni Mama.
Yeah, of course.
So, the biggest triumphs for you there and the greatest gifts is really getting to interview people because you genuinely love
And
talking to people.
I know I like talking to people, but then now mas na ko eh. Kasi before I only like talking to my friends. Like I only like talking to people I'm comfortable with and like I'm not that worried. But then now I've seen this new art and had this new appreciation for conversation.
Yes.
Especially with people I don't know.
Yeah.
And having to learn their story and try to see the fun in it. Because I mean, it's not like I like all genres of music, and it's not like I'm a fan of. It's the reality. You're not a fan naman of all the musicians and artists that you interview, but there's something about their story that you connect to. Like you don't need to certainly wanna. You don't add them to your Spotify playlist. Like that's not like you have to like for you to like them. Like oh, there's probably something about their narrative. There's probably something about why they got to the music scene that I kind of relate with. Why I went into hosting. Like there's so many. There are those angles, and I've gotten more like it humanizes these idols more because before like oh my gosh I'm gonna interview a big artist but then now it's like oh I'm gonna interview this other person.
Ben and Ben lang naman yung in-interview mo, ganon.
Yeah, but I was nervous though. But I would say that was a good interview, but I mean
it was challenging because there were too many of them.
There were nine,
and it was a Zoom interview.
Yeah, but well, I've been a VJ for a year. I can say I learn a lot, but I realize now that I even have way more to learn and so much more room for improvement. And just to bring up back the Ben and Ben, like I've been a VJ for a year, but that was still like I was kind of brought back to the nervousness I felt for the Hailee interview.
Oh, talaga?
Kasi like,
Kasi
it's
that's
Ben
how
and Ben.
big they
and
are.
the thing is with Ben and Ben, I've watched them live like 4 times already, and they are really one of my favorite OPM artists. And I realized also another bonus lesson is I think it's actually harder to interview people you really look up to and you've known and you know of them na talaga before. Kasi like there's that personal and it's like oh my gosh it's them like yeah
AWE.
compared to parang looking at it as a
I want to
work
get to
lang.
know this person.
Yeah, na parang okay let's learn who this person is, let's share that person's story to the rest of the world.
Yeah. Tsaka kuminsan parang you don't know, is this a question that I should be asking or is it assumed that I should have already known this? Yung mga ganon, ano.
Yeah.
Pero alam mo, we share in that fondness for really talking to people. Ako naman, my belief is that I can always learn something from everyone. Kesyo, simpleng tao ka lang or ikaw yung may-ari ng the largest company in the country, ganon, parang nakakatuwa. Because as you said earlier, everybody is just human.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
And everyone has their own stories. And
yes.
I'm in the process of writing my own story and going back to what I said a while ago. There really is this time there's no instructions talaga. It's not that I just didn't want to read the manual. There's no manual talaga. And I would say my biggest learning, if I could sum it up, or I mean, syempre there's a lot of it, but the biggest learning I would say is learning. It's the you are gonna have to learn and you are gonna have to figure out things on your own. And it's still a challenge and struggle to me with being okay with the many bumps along the way. But yeah, I guess that's to sum up the 1 year so far.
Yeah.
Of what it is for me.
I also want to bring up that question which was asked by the mother of VJ Edward. When will you para bang stop doing something, no? And I like the way you answered that question because instead of just, diba kasi syempre, kadalasan we would say, oh, if it doesn't make me happy anymore, yung mga ganyan, ano.
Yeah.
But tell us what you
Well, that's
said.
kind of part of it din naman. I mean,
It's a sign. It's
yeah.
a sign.
It's not the only criteria, but if something
it's a
doesn't make you
symptom
happy
of
anymore.
something.
Yeah.
But you said,
my answer was, this was in one of the past Mix It Up episodes. We talked about growing up.
yeah,
And that's kind of like that's kind of related then to what we're talking about now. I'll stop doing something when it doesn't, align with my priorities and values anymore. But more than that is if it sacrifices my priorities.
yeah.
Because there are things na they don't really align with my priorities, but maybe that's because I should have this new priority, or I should value this new thing. But then there are those core things like taking care of yourself, still having value, and making like feeling useful. Like those are priorities to me.
Yeah.
And if they sacrifice those, like if sticking to one thing, not just saying like about your job, like it can be a person, it can be a hobby. If it's already sacrificing the priorities you set and the values you already have in life, that's like a clear indication that maybe you shouldn't be doing that thing anymore or as much.
Yeah. So after 1 year, here's looking forward to another year and a very challenging one because really things are changing. No?
Yes. But you know what? It's everyone's thinking about how, oh my gosh, it's changing and everything. Me, honestly, I'm kind of thankful that we're going through such a change because at least I know like, di na ako nag-iisa. Kasi everyone had that I was in the place na everyone kind of knew what they were doing and knew that, okay, if you do this job, you're gonna get promoted to this one, ganon. But then parang ngayon, because of the pandemic, like everyone is forced to have this clean slate na, okay, we're entering this new age. We all have to figure this out. So parang at least, I guess for me, just individually, it lessens the pressure. It lessens the comparison na, oh my gosh, si ganyan, si person is already like this, is already like that. At least mine is, we're all figuring this out. So, yeah. So at least now I feel like, we're on the same boat na, more or less.
Yeah. And this one, the drastic change that happened, really forces everyone to pause and reflect, no? And this is really what's also needed if you've been doing something for a year. It's a milestone. It's time for you to reflect and then paano mo pa ngayon haharapin yung susunod na taon. So exciting times ahead, Anton.
And scary also,
Yeah.
honestly. But then I'm very happy, I'm very thankful, and I want to give a shout out again to the whole Mix family for believing in me, giving me this chance. Hopefully I've earned it naman so far, and I'll do my best to continue to keep proving that I deserve to be where I am. And I thank you.
And I thank you. So please invite them to always watch out for your what are your standard schedules. So there's more now, no? Than
there's
prior
more
to
now.
pandemic.
We have the regular Mix Daily Top 10. That's
Which
every
is
Monday.
Monday.
It's posted online, so you can watch it anytime, of course. We also have a new show called Mix It Up every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 3 p.m.
And
I'm on there on Tuesday. It's the Baguettes show. So it's the Baguettes. It's me, Edward, Sam, and Danny. And then on Saturday, all 6 VJs were there. You know ba?
And then your challenges.
Oh yeah,
You also have
we have weekly vlogs and challenges. It's posted on our YouTube account, Mix Philippines. They make us do pranks. They make us do dares. Yeah, fun stuff, but very challenging.
Yep.
Very challenging as well. Okay, so happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Anton.
And thank you again, everybody, for listening to this episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This has been Rose Fres Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Fausto, the son. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Stay safe. The Mom and Son podcast comes out every Tuesday, 7 a.m. and can be streamed on Spotify, YouTube, Buzzsprout.com, Apple iTunes, and Google Podcasts. Join us every week for your weekly dose of family, finance, passions, and everything in between. We want to know what you think. Email us at antonfausto@gmail.com and join the conversation.